Hello friends, this is Cold Run and welcome back to Final Fantasy Record Keeper, where we're heading into not quite the home stretch, but close to the home stretch, the penultimate stretch of the Record Dungeons, Volume 2, Chapter 5, Minions of Chaos. So we got Final Fantasy 2. Is this going to be going into hell like the Jade Passage? Because we finished off with Leon's betrayal and I think something like that. I don't remember exactly, I guess. We got 13 and we got 5 and 9. Okay. Shadowsmith has been missing for days. Tyro and the others have had no luck tracking him down. Where could the Shadowsmith have gone? You don't sense any magical aura? None at all. There's no sign of the burst of magic that went off when he disappeared. That magic, it didn't feel right for the Shadowsmith. Yeah, that's the thing possessing him that is my current working theory. What is this power of chaos anyway? They still can't believe it. The Shadowsmith is Tyro? Quit that talk, Wedge. We shouldn't lump the two of them together. I think it's fair to lump the two of them together. At least as long as you acknowledge that, like, they're biologically the same basic person, but, you know, they're certainly, they haven't taken the same actions in life. They don't have the same mentality. Biggs is right. We're all struggling to make sense of this, but if anyone has a right to be shocked, it's Tyro. Yeah, point taken. Is everyone ready, Kupo? We'll search this island next. Why this place? Because it was next on the map, Kupo. The islands here are being ravaged one by one. It must be the work of the Shadowsmith. Tyro. There were no doubt record ruins on these islands. Ah. It seems they were destroyed when the last of the record's power was absorbed. You're that rabbi, I mean, naming way. Use the dampening canvas, Luke. It will absorb the energy from memory bursts. But it can also stabilize and protect the record's power. That's what Naming Way is saying. You have the canvas, right, Dr. Mog? I like that they don't make her repeat it, like so that for the people who can't hear them. Of course, Kupo. My top priority is examining the magicite and the mysterious fragment the Shadowsmith dropped. Yeah, so this is a kind of an ongoing thing where, like, the Odin magicite that we got from Dark Odin was just, like, it was that same kind of, like, stone egg thing. Different from the other magicite. I'll keep studying them as we make our way over. Tell me, Naming Way. Who are the fell gods of the Minions of Chaos? It just, the fact, I don't know, it's like a child asking a little toy rabbit about, like, tell me about the ancient lore of Cthulhu and the thousand-eyed goat. I don't know, something about it just cracks me up. Tyro. Now is not the time to show impatience. But I have to stop him. Keep learning from the heroes you meet. That's how you've come this far. Yeah, this is like, going through this kind of VR immersive tour through Final Fantasy is like a great hero school. He's gone. I know it's hard, Tyro, but I need you to focus on the task at hand, Kupo. You're right. I'll go investigate the ruins. Carry on with your research, Dr. Mog. We'll look after Tyro. I appreciate that, Biggs. Don't try to shoulder everything alone, Tyro. You have us to lean on. And that's something else that he's learned very explicitly in the Record Dungeon, specifically that fight with Cecil, that solo fight with Cecil. Not the solo, the fight where Cecil fought his own reflection. And then I love that part. That might have been my favorite part of the game so far. And then where Cecil was interacting with Tyro, relating to his story and saying the differences. It's not just, you're not just a mirror. You know that you don't, your desires aren't something to atone for the way mine were. That was great. I guess this castle's where we're oh no, wrong voice. I guess this castle's where we're supposed to head, huh? All right, let's go. Is something wrong, Tyro? Even if it was a parallel world, I feel bad for putting the kingdom in peril. There's no excuse for what I did. He's talking about... What is he talking about? Oh, yeah. The last record he was in. Sorry, I know this isn't the time. I mean, this is almost like... It's almost like watching the Star Wars prequels, where Anakin has where like little Anakin has already met Darth Vader in the future, like met the fully developed Darth Vader and sees the path, but still feels those same things that led him down that path in the first place, even if he doesn't want the outcome that he sees really explicitly. We better hurry. Biggs and Wedge are leaving us behind. Tyro. Ah, this is the Dawnfire, right? Something like that? No, I think this is the Dawnfire where we have to go, like, get the Dawnfire to blow up the what's it called? The thing. The ship, the Dreadnought. This is an interesting conversation here. They're talking about, wow, it's amazing that the Sunfire, this little flame, can destroy the Dreadnought, and they're like, yeah, just like Magicite. Is that what the crystal... That's got to be what the little crystal that the Shadowsmith was holding was. Like a Magicite, but instead of holding, you know, something pure and precious like Sildra, it's holding Chaos Demon Evil Soul. Look, everyone. So we're on our way to the Dreadnought. There it is. Oh, okay. I was like, that's not the Dreadnought, that's just a regular airship. That's the Dreadnought. Okay. Yep, that's okay. That's absolutely what I was expecting the Dreadnought to be. Huh? I guess we jumped ahead in the record. This is after the Dreadnought was destroyed. So is this just going to be following This has got to be following Gordon's rise, then, this series of stories. Oh, no. Biggs, Wedge, I know you don't trust me, so the king just died. This is, after the Dreadnought was destroyed, and the king just died, putting Gordon in charge. And it's interesting that they're focusing on this storyline, that they're focusing on, like, Gordon's rise here, because we know how... We saw that Biggs especially doesn't trust Gordon. Like, the idea of someone abandoning their leader, the person they're, like, sworn to protect, is anathema. Is that true? Well, how could we trust a prince who abandons his kingdom and its people? Exactly. We'd sooner have had Yosef lead in the king's stead. Yeah. Tone it down, you two. No, it's a fair point. I understand how you feel, but as the King of Finn said, we must combine our efforts. I know it's hard to take me at my word, but will you join the cause for the sake of the people? Look at angry Wedge face. We need your help, Biggs and Wedge. After fighting alongside Gordon, I can see he's trying to mend his ways. Don't worry, Furion. There's no way we'd turn our back on you. Unlike Gordon. Yeah, we'd never go against a king's dying wishes, unlike that spineless coward Gordon. Watch what you're saying, you two. It's okay, Alara. I'm just glad they're willing to join forces. Gordon. You should visit the port of Paloom and seek out a ship to take you to Deist. Alright, let's head for Paloom then. Yeah, this is, again, just an interesting meshing of Biggs' character with the story specifically of fairly kind of a side character in Final Fantasy II. So they just met Layla, and yeah, everyone's a little sus, but not Biggs. Biggs sees. Layla is like dollar store Ferris, but I don't even care. What do her looks have to do with whether or not we could trust her? Have you heard her accent too? It's not just her looks. Me name's Layla. I'll be waiting outside the city for you. We'll weigh anchor as soon as you're set to go. He's just got a thing for pirates. What can you say? Huh? Trust in pirates doesn't say much for the space you got between your ears. You mean she's a pirate? Dude. Didn't you hear the voice I gave her? Of course she's a pirate. I told you not to judge people by their looks. We'll spare your lives, but your loot be ours now. What now, Varian? I've got nothing for these pirates. We'll have to convince them to change their minds. Oh, grumpy Biggs. What's this? Is it a fight you be wanting? You really are stupid. Get 'em, boys. Holy shit! He just glared at him. Oh my god, guy just tossed one of them, like, launched him over the board. And that final glare from Furion, that was incredible. Oh man, did you screw up, Layla. Enough, I know when I'm beat. Go on, do whatever you're gonna do and be done with it. Biggs just grabs one of the swords and just beheads her. What are ye up to? You want to fight the Empire together? A bunch of outcasts like us fighting right alongside the likes of ye. Har har har! I think I like the sound of that. That was amazing. Oh my god, that was fantastic. To your posts, boys, whichever of ye that guy didn't throw overboard. Whether it be Dazed or the bloody edge of the world, we'll get ye there. Layla joins the party. Variant, can I ask you something? What's that, Tyro? How can you be so quick to forgive Layla and the other pirates for attacking us? Well, with the Empire on the march, everyone's on edge. People aren't thinking straight, and that can lead to missteps like this. Yeah, missteps like going against the protag party here, with a bunch of NPC pirates. But we have to overlook that and present a united front. There's someone I can't find it in my heart to forgive. I wish I could see things your way. I mean, you're going to be able to see it from Shadowsmith's perspective really easily, pretty soon at least, if you haven't already. I don't turn a blind eye to everything. There's always a line that can't be crossed. But if whoever wronged me wanted to make amends, I wouldn't deny them that chance. I kind of would. I don't think it's a good quality necessarily. I don't think it's a bad quality either, but it's... part of it is a self-preservation thing, but that's different from what he's talking about. Varian. I'm not asking you to forgive and forget, but it's clear you need to talk to this person. He's right in this case. You're right. Thank you. A chance to make amends. Prince Gordon wanted to make up for what he did, even if it meant humbling himself before us. Yeah. This is Succubus Lamia Hilda trying to get with Furion, and Biggs is like, I'll join in. Biggs makes 3. Of course it wouldn't please her. Oh no, poor Biggs. Princess Hilda is grieving. You need to be more considerate. Yeah, sure. Oh, sorry. I think we better give her and Farian some space. We'll be waiting outside, watching through the peephole. This is the seduction scene. Come to me, Farian. Is this Swan Lake? I think it's Swan Lake, isn't it? Your Highness. Why are you just standing there? I don't enjoy being teased. Now you're mine, Farian. He's like, I'm into that. Joke's on you. Not so fast, ye scurvy snake. And this is Layla's redemption. So they're this whole thing is about continuing the theme of FF characters that did something bad getting redeemed. So we just found out Hilda's being held in Palamecia at that arena. Gordon, I'm coming with you. I want to help you rescue Hilda. Don't worry, I know just how you feel, Captain. Me and me boys will manage your army. I run a tight ship. No need to fret over us. It's basically the Limso Laminsa story. You're handing over the military to pirates and, yeah, trying to turn it into a real functioning thing. Go Biggs, Wedge, Don't worry, I get it. I won't stand in the way of you doing your part, Gordon. There's no cause to criticize a man willing to risk his life for the princess. Tone it down, you two. Why? Because Tyro thinks they're going to... I thought Tyro was like, you're being rude, but no, he's worried that they're going to interject themselves too much into the records. Thank you both. Let's pull together and rescue Hilda. Look at Gordon taking command here. Setting up the party. We've got this. We can win as long as we stick together. Yeah, he is. I mean, the party's only 5 people big, so he's a little bit ambitious, but I like where his head's at. Farian, you all came. Hilda, are you all right? This is rescuing Hilda beneath Palamecia. Gordon, I never thought to see you here, you spineless eel. Gordon was determined to rescue you, Your Highness. I don't expect you'll ever forgive me, Hilda, but I'll fight to atone for my brother's death. It's the last thing I'll do. Gordon. Gordon's a man of his word. He has what it takes to lead the rebel army to victory. We took down a behemoth under his lead. Yeah, he was putting the casters in the back, saying who should tank. He was doing good. You guys. And he's got a couple new wingmen by his side to help him score his brother's widow honorably. Gordon. And we're out. Welcome back, Kupo. Is everything okay, Tyro? Yeah, I'll be fine. That was a more positive time. Surprising for a game like FF2. Greetings, Guardian, and you, Alara. Hemingway. Look who's back. Just poof, and there he is. Naming Way, I still haven't figured out what to do. Talking with the Shadowsmith may be a place to start, though. Yeah, you've learned the value of forgiveness. Maybe it'll trigger some change in both of us. It's possible. I worry that the Shadowsmith isn't enough the Shadowsmith just yet. Or isn't enough Tyro, at least right now. That's brave of you. Gordon's grit must have rubbed off. Yeah, now you're like the biggest Gordon stan. Always stating the obvious, Biggs. Still, you're not wrong. You're learning from the heroes, I see. But the one who possesses that fate-bound mortal wields great power. Yep. Confirming it. What are these minions of chaos and evil gods? They are enemies of all living things. Destroyers of countless worlds who preside over chaos and oblivion. That's a pretty boring answer. I don't know, that's... Minions of chaos. My heart starts falling asleep just hearing about yet another incarnation of pure world-destroying evil. I'm being a little bit much there, but I wish it wasn't just an apocalyptic evil. I wish I've grown to appreciate stories that are smaller in scope. Am I connected to them somehow? The minions of chaos also storm the world of he who is bound by fate. The minions of chaos, the minions of this possessing being, also storm the world of he who is bound by fate. I'm thinking that's Tyro, / in this case, the Shadowsmith incarnation of Tyro. So the Shadowsmith suffered some kind of tragic attack, and I think that's what they're talking about. It is no more. This is also why one of my the whole scope of the villain thing is also why one of my favorite... Wait, what is this? Oh, we can take on Gados. Okay, I'll check that out, but I think it's just going to be the Gados fight. It's one of the things that makes me appreciate one of the best villains in Final Fantasy, weird enough as this is the villain from Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I love the final boss of that game. It was just like, she wasn't out to destroy the world, I don't think. She was just a question of, would you rather live in a dream? She was like a genie who is granting, who is able to grant a wish, to let someone live in a pleasant dream, or face pretty unpleasant, but still fairly mundane, not like catastrophic world. I like that game quite a lot, and that villain quite a lot. Let's check out Castlefin, but I'll probably see you in 13 in a sec, in the next main thing. So the Shadowsmith's world has been destroyed? That's right, but one of the fell gods was lurking within the one bound by fate. Like a parasite, I guess, or like just a passenger? When did they latch on, though? Is it going to be like a time loop thing where it's going to latch on to during a fight between Tyro and the Shadowsmith, and it just... But even then, how did it start? What are you saying, Naming Way? Explain yourself, Kupo. An entity that governs oblivion and annihilation, Kupo. Wait, if that's the case, things are even worse than we thought, Kupo. Yeah. Until now, the damage has been limited to destroying ruins while absorbing the record's power. There is no sign of the entity banding together with its allies either. Yes, it is most unusual. That's why it has joined forces with the one bound by fate. Does that mean that the special directors teamed up with this fell god? Indeed, that's what Naming Way is saying. So he's not just being used then? He's being used, but he's not just being mind-controlled, I think. The Shadowsmith said despair will drive anyone to madness. Despair? The special director said that? Tyro? Although I'm eager to learn his purpose, protecting the records is our first priority, Kupo. More ruins could be crumbling as we speak. We also have to work out how to safeguard the dampening canvas. It doesn't matter how many records we stabilize if it's taken from us. From what I've heard, it'll be next to impossible to stop it falling into enemy hands. I'll protect it. I'll try. Kupo? Would you mind if I held on to it like before, Dr. Mog? Kupo. You can't do everything yourself, Tyro. What if you get separated from us again? I'll be fine, Alara. That's the, like, trust me bro of Final Fantasy Record Keeper. I'll be fine, Alara. I promise I'll keep the dampening canvas safe. And I'll keep you safe, Tyro. Huh? A girl? We're in this together, right? Good times and the bad. Cooties and not cooties. That way you don't have to shoulder the burden alone. Alara. It's our job to watch out for both of you and Alara, Tyro. Right, Wedge? Yeah. Although, to be honest, I don't think I could handle a fell god. We're talking about a deity, right? Scary. Wedge is being honest, and I appreciate that. Gwar. Ah, Psoon. It sounds like Psoon found a deer. Found a door. Maybe she found a deer too. Gwar. Despair changed the Shadowsmith. I don't know if that's coming at the end of this or in the next volume, in the next chapter, but it's coming shortly. Can't say anything for Alara's... Oh, no, you think it's the death of Alara. I gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha. Wait, don't tell me that... Tyro, let's go. Okay. I have to focus on the records for now. Not sure where this is in the plot. The 13 plot is so opaque to me. Or not, it's not that it's opaque, it's that I just don't remember it all that well. Hey, what's the big... This is... So Lightning and Hope just went on without Sage and Vanille. Hey, what's the big deal? They went on without us. Yeah, welcome to Final Fantasy 13. But we can't rush Sage and Vanille. They need rest. I guess we better split up. Oh, we're splitting up too. All right, let's go, Tyro. Ah, that hurts, Biggs. This is an unusual pairing. Wedge and Alara, I mean. There you go. Biggs is acting like an idiot as usual. You okay, Alara? I'm fine. Looks like Tyro's cheered up a bit too. He's just swept up in Biggs's nonsense. Biggs's nonsense is easy to get swept up in. You didn't want to go too? Either way is fine by me. What's our next move? Okay. This is... So we're in the Vile Peaks right now, and they're just we're talking about Hope just had this whole like flashback to his mother's missing his mother, and and Alara got to thinking about how she and Tyro much earlier in the record dungeons watched Hope's mother's death. Maybe one day we'll come to accept this as part of the process. We won't agonize over everything then. I don't know that that ever happens. And when it does happen, like I'm thinking of people who are like long-term crisis counselors. It's so rare because it's so hard to keep your empathy for that long, to keep your energy for that long. I think the people often who do become jaded and used to it are often the ones who become less effective as a result, in some ways at least. No way. Dr. Mog struggled with the task of protecting the records despite the pain they can bring. It ought to be that way. You shouldn't let yourself be numb to it. Yeah, it's probably right, but there's also the self-care aspect, like you have to draw a line somewhere. Yeah. Thank you, Wedge. You both seem a little different now, you know? Been through a lot. Well, we went through a lot while you were gone. But it doesn't seem like you changed at all, Biggs. That's not true. What? The sprites make everything better, like seeing little Biggs like bounce up and down in anger. Like they all become Looney Tunes. Lightning follows at a distance such that no one can tell she's associated. Tyro, you're worried about lightning and hope? Yeah, this is, everyone's kind of a rough spot. This is on the way to Palampolum. This is that part of the game where, yeah, Lightning's talking about going after Tyro, about going after Tyro, about going after Eden, and Hope is still in a bad spot. Yeah. I am. Let's head after them. The whole world is against us. I can barely keep myself alive, let alone some helpless kid. Yeah, so this is, and thank you to Almeran in the comments for reminding me that these are, that when these, I don't even remember what they're called, when the, like, you know, Odin or whatever, when they come out, it serves as a trial in practice, but in reality, it's just them, you know, it's like those beings trying to honor a wish to honor their despair and kill them, I think. And she's pretty overwhelmed right now. What was that? That was Odin. Odin reacting to Lightning's doubts. Your brand looks different. Was that an Eidolon? Like Lassie can summon? Oh, like Lassie can summon? Magic and mumbo jumbo. I must have hit my head on the purge train. Yeah, that seemed like probably just a headache, was Odin emerging and battling you. It was an ally then. Isn't she scared around something so dangerous? That's Lightning for you. It's basically got the hearts in his eyes, and for the millionth time, I don't blame him. Sometimes a rival can become an ally. Are we going to team up with Shadowsmith? Tyro? I think we might be teaming up with the Shadowsmith. And out of the Record Realms. Welcome back, Kupo. Thanks. Any news? No issues here, Kupo. No Shadowsmith sightings, I guess. Alara, what is it? You just remind me of Lightning when she was talking to Saj, Tyro. I do? When they were talking about going after the Tesseract, right? I know what you mean. It's like they're burning the candle at both ends. You're pretty exhausted. I guess, is it just exhaustion? Overwhelmed? It's kind of unnerving to watch. You think? But Lightning always seems to know exactly where she's headed. Fake it till you make it. I think it's just trying to put on a facade, though. She doesn't mess around either. I was impressed at how she always takes the initiative. He's totally got the Lightning body pillow at home. Are you worried about me, Alara? Don't worry about that, but don't worry about me worrying about you. Tell me, Tyro, what keeps you moving forward in the face of adversity? There are things I want to protect no matter what. Yes, and same goes for me. Don't forget that, Tyro. Yeah, he's got to learn that she's not the princess in the castle. She's a whole other person. We can't let that monster get away with sinking its hooks into the special director either. We may be up against a fell god, but we're no pushovers ourselves. You don't need to take this on alone, Kupo. I know you might feel responsible, but Biggs was right when he said we shouldn't lump you and the Shadowsmith together. Where? Thanks, everyone, especially soon. It seems you're not the only one learning from the records. A good sign. Naming way. Don't let your guard down yet, though. The one you seek is absorbing power faster than anticipated. So, has it dawned on you yet? You have your own Sunfire already. Is she talking about, is Alara our Sunfire? Like the one that destroyed the Dreadnought? Yes. A tiny flame that took down an entire battleship. What's this, Kupo? Do tell. She's got to be talking about Alara. I don't get it. What do we have that could match the power of the Sunfire? Sometimes oh, the Shadowsmith. You're talking about the Shadowsmith, not Alara. Like Firion and Layla, Lightning and Odin. You mean... Let's ask Uller and Yord to help us. I wasn't expecting that. Uller and Yord are a gift. Let us use it against the enemy. I don't remember how that line goes, but that's what I'm thinking of. It's a gift. Let us use it against them. Their magicite can be our sunfire. What are you saying, Kupo? But they're on like Team Yord and Uller, right? I mean, they're on Team Fell God, right? I didn't think of that. You too, Sid. We're on a different path to Uller and Yord, but our goals are the same. They'd want to help the Shadowsmith too. That's true. I guess it was hard for me to tell whether they were trying to protect the Shadowsmith or the thing the Shadowsmith was harboring. They did seem to genuinely care for him. That's what I couldn't tell, whether that motherly and parental feeling they had for the Shadowsmith was for the Shadowsmith or the being that he was harboring. Kupo, but I'll trust that that's what they meant. You have found the answer you seek, and just in time. Guide the others. Here it comes. Uh-oh. This negative energy, it's more powerful than before. Brace yourselves, Kupo. And shortly on to Final Fantasy V. He's closing in. Such power, Kupo. He's not even marked as Shadowsmith anymore. And look at his eyes. His eyes are all red. Fell God. Why the startled faces? You'd think the world was ending. Special Director? No, that's not the Special Director. Let the Shadowsmith go. He hears Wedge's command and he leaves, and that's the end of the game. Let's do this, Wedge. Yeah. Settle down, Kupo. Stay your hand. Why? Yes, why spoil the fun? I look forward to crushing them. Ah, how amusing. Thank you for the entertainment. Huh? What? No, wait. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. Where'd he go? He was toying with us. He doesn't even consider us a threat. Whoa! I'm shaking in my boots. Often that's used to be used sarcastically. Oh, I'm shaking in my boots. But here I think it's sincere. Why did he leave, Kupo? I assumed he sought the dampening canvas. It seems the distraction worked. But you won't get away with that again. What distraction? And there's no telling when he may return, Guardian. You're right. We've got to find a way to revive Uller and Yord fast. What distraction? I know a way, but you need to gather more power from your records. It requires delving into many memories. So we can harness the power of the records? Wait, if we did that, Dr. Mog would... Kupo? I would what? Well... I don't know what you're talking about. Gwah! If we did what then, Dr. Mog would... If we harness the power of the records, what is Tyro worried about Dr. Mog doing? I don't know. Soon, it looks like Soon found another door. What now then? You could be back any time. We can't just run and leave the records undefended, Kupo. The record must be traced back before he returns. Biggs and Wedge, check for other doors, Kupo. Oh, we're going without them? Understood. On it. Tyro and Alara, I want you to head into the record realm. So we're heading into 5 right now. Your task remains the same, Guardian. Learn from heroes to find the answers you seek. Got it. Sid will ready the airship so we can make a quick escape once you're done, Kupo. Not quite yet, because we still got two sets of games to go. Oh, and can you look after Psoon, Sid? He has this entire friggin' time. What'll you be doing, Dr. Mog? I'll guard the door, Kupo. This is a serious threat. We must protect the records. Into 5. Back into 5, rather. So we're at one of the meteorites. It looks like a meteorite came down here. Yeah, it could be the one from before. The Parabolos one, maybe. After you and the Shadowsmith disappeared in that flash of light. Oh, that's right, Tyro wasn't there for that. Galuf used one to go back to his own world. I see. It's been one thing after another. Maybe we can travel to Galuf's world by restoring power to the meteorite. Bartz and the others must be around here somewhere. Ah, they haven't traveled yet. Let's go look. Okay, so that's where we are in the game. So this is, the gang has just landed in Galuf's world. What's our next move, Tyro? Huh? About what the rabbit said. We need to use the power of the dampening canvas to revive Uller and Yord, right? Isn't that like harnessing the power of a memory burst? Yeah, I have no idea what to do. The tragedy on Moogle Island happened when a memory burst's power was used to stop the storm of oblivion. When a memory burst's power was used to stop the storm of oblivion. So it was supposed to be like a fight fire with fire thing, which I know is an actual thing. Like, I know that fire can put out another fire, like, if used appropriately, but it didn't work there. And now this. Dr. Mog is bound to be against it. That's why he was concerned about it. Okay, that makes sense now. Tyro. Couldn't have been easy for Galuf to make his way into an enemy stronghold alone. Yeah, this is so Galuf just rescued our butts from X-Death prison. I wish I had that kind of courage. You have any idea how much you've done as an 11-year-old? Same, not even just as an 11-year-old, screw that, like just in absolute terms, no qualifiers. Same goes for Bartz and the others, taking what could be a one-way trip to another world for the sake of a friend. Galuf was brave to infiltrate a foe's castle to aid his allies. But fighting to protect the records is no less valiant. Well said. Thanks, Alara. Bartz is waiting. We should get a move on. Tyro and Alara are back. Yeah, we just finished up the big bridge segment, which is a fun segment, but nothing super new added by the record keeper characters. You're a sight for sore eyes. Did anything happen while we were gone? Nothing of note, Kupo. He hasn't shown up again yet. Then he must be tapping into the power of other record ruins. I recommend boosting the power of the dampening canvas a bit more, just in case. Did you find any doors, Biggs and Wedge? Of course. That smug-ass big smile. This way. Here's the new door. This is the only one we found. It's the last one on the island. This is likely the last door in these ruins. That's what I just said, Alara. Keep up. Kupo. Biggs, Wedge. I'd like you to travel with the party this time. You need the XP. We'll keep an eye out here, then. Leave it to me, Kupo. You're gonna solo the Shadowsmith? Sounds like it's a bold strategy. Let's see how it pays off. All right, guys, let's get going, guys. You got it. Be careful, Dr. Mog. I will, Kupo. Stay safe, Alara. I can solo a fell god. Is everything okay, Tyro? Something bothering you, Kupo? When we get back, I want to talk to you about something. Of course, Kupo. I'll be here, so just make sure to make it back in one piece. This, now, if I weren't, if I hadn't seen Dr. Mog in post-game stuff, this feels like the biggest of death flags. Like, I'll talk to you, I have something I want to talk to you about, sure, I'll be around, I'll be back in one piece. I'll be guarding against the evil villain who's way more powerful than me on my own, but don't worry, I'll be here waiting for you. Then we can talk about the important emotional business. Weird to see them against this particular backdrop, just how the difference in animation styles and fidelity. Where are we? I get the feeling I've seen this place before. Hey, we're missing Tyro and Biggs. Guess we got separated again. That's rough. I'm sure they're fine. We'll run into them soon enough, just like always. I hope you're right, Wedge. Oh, Rusty, rusting along. Rendezvous complete. Back then, so they just are helping Dagger and Steiner cross towards Trano. Back then, Dagger told me my white magic could help the Burmesian people. What am I doing here? Yeah, she was hoping to actually be of use there where she was needed, but I don't remember what they're doing here, why they changed course. I hope there's some way I can help. We should get that move on, Alara. Steiner's here talking crap about Zidane, and look at Wedge ready to throw hands. That's fantastic. And Alara doing her best to hold him back. This is incredibly sweet. So, yeah, Steiner's reminding Wedge of the shadows of Biggs. And I definitely see it. They both have very similar personalities. I hope I get a chance to clear things up with the Shadow Smith. There's no way he joined forces with some evil god unless there was a good reason. I believe that. I very much agree, especially because he's not mind-controlled. I'm certain he's not mind-controlled. I'm certain it was a voluntary thing. You really trust the Shadow Smith, don't you? So do you, Alara. Of course. What mission could be worth putting yourself through all that? I don't understand. So this is after Black Waltz's attack on the train, and Garnet still deciding to go back to talk to the queen, to try to sort things out as if that's still possible at this point. Those black mages and the Shadow Smith. Are you okay, Alara? Sorry, I was just thinking about the Shadow Smith getting possessed. The Shadow Smith? Well, when it comes to someone who pushes past their cuts and bruises... It's a weird phrase. You mean like someone who will keep going no matter how tired and hurt they are? No, forget I said anything. Don't worry about the Shadow Smith. We'll get him out of this. I guess that's what Wedge means, maybe? Like, that the Shadow Smith is someone who will go through a lot to get what they want to accomplish? I hope so. So now Tyro and Biggs are in Burmecia. Looks like we got separated from Wedge and Alara, so this is them popping in right at the beginning of the 9 section. A desolate waste. Could this be? Unfortunately, yes. They're about to proceed to the Burmesian royal palace where information on Vivi's nature might await, and he's persisting. I should take a lesson from Vivi. I need to face the Shadow Smith, the other me. I have to deal with the fell god. There's no denying how brave Vivi is. There's really not. But you've shown the same kind of courage. Yes, he has. Yeah, he has. Me? At least that's what I reckon. And it really is impressive how calmly and how measured with what kind of measure and perspective he's taken this whole, like, the Shadowsmith is me thing. Your face is beet red, Biggs. Is it because he's praising Tyro? Oh, come on. Anyway, we have to figure out what our next move is, right, Tyro? That's right. Zidane really did all he could to comfort Freya. Yeah. So we got to the Royal Palace, and it's not looking promising that the Rat King will be there. You can tell they really mean a lot to each other. Yeah. I know how he feels, Tyro. What do you mean? He's trying to be open with you. I'm hoping I can show the same support for the Special Director and for him. Yeah, Biggs. I'm with you on that. Yeah? I mean, Biggs knows that. Biggs gets it. He gets the connection. I think he does. We're back. That was dicey. Yeah, this was just the whole first encounter with Kuja. Tyro. You made it back too, Biggs. Ooh, good to see you're all safe. There'll be time to talk later, Kupo. Everyone aboard the airship, quick. Did you get word? See something? You still think he's close by? Yes, I sense his dark power. Guardian, it appears the one of which you speak has siphoned the power from records on a nearby island. The last island. Sid, let's get out of... Looks like that choice has been made for us. What? This is the power I detected. You must be here for the item he was trying to recover, no? I failed to sense it before. The item he was trying to recover... The canvas. In any case, it's time to hand it over. Not a chance. You'll never get the dampening canvas from us. Your bark is loud, but is there any bite? The air's thick with evil energy now. Uh-oh. Allow me, Guardian. Huh? Well. Fancy running into you here. You're an impulsive one. Did you think I'd show myself without taking measures? So I'm guessing these two blast sounds are like them lobbing magic back and forth at each other. Okay, so she is, or they, Naming Way is some equal, potentially, to the fell god. Where'd he go? What happened, Kupo? It was Naming Way. It was Naming Way. I sent him to another dimension using the dampening canvas I borrowed from you. Along with this chronosphere shard that amplifies the energy flowing from the records. Naming Way is powerful as heck. Chronosphere, where have I heard that word before? Where have I heard that word before? He'll break through eventually, though. You must act before he returns. Do you have your answer, Guardian? May I speak with Dr. Mog for a moment first? Dr. Mog. So, no death. The death flag was a false flag. To revive Uller Yord, we'll need to use the power sealed within the dampening canvas. Will you let us do that? Even though it destroyed his entire home. Kupo. That'd mean using memory burst energy, right? Is that wise? I had a feeling this would be the only solution, Kupo. So you knew. You won't stop us, though? If I thought you were straying from the path, Tyro, I would. I can see that's not the case here. The struggles you've been through to reach that conclusion are etched in your face, Kupo. I have faith in you, Tyro. Besides, as your mentor, it's my job to aid you in your endeavors, Kupo. Good teacher, even if it goes against his personal trauma, even if it triggers his personal trauma. Dr. Mog, thank you. The power of the records isn't all I have to safeguard. There's also all of you, along with this world, to protect. I don't know the motives of our foe, but I refuse to believe the time we had together was all a lie. And so I want to help the Shadow Smith. It seems your mind is made up. I'm trying to give Namingway a Glenda the Good Witch sort of thing. Very well, Guardian. Take out the Magicite. You got it. What are we going to do with it, though? I guess this is the Uller Yord thing? I don't know. An uncertain future awaits us. The final dungeon. The final record island, rather. Alright. We'll check it out next time. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe to see more, and leave a comment. It certainly helps, and it feels good to see. And it's I'm always curious what people think about these. So your comments are... I don't always respond because I'm bad at responding, but I always read them, and it's always appreciated. So again, thanks for watching. See you all later. Bye-bye.